In last lecture, we have studied the point anomalous behavior of water and the experiment done with the help of Hooke's apparatus. Today's our point is dew point and humidity. We know that about 71% of the Earth surface of Earth is covered with water, and due to constant evaporation of this water, water vapor is always present in the atmosphere. The amount of water vapor in the atmosphere help us to understand the state of daily weather. We know that due to the continuous evaporation, there must be a amount of water vapor must be present in the atmosphere, and it helps us to understand the state of daily weather. The presence of water vapor in the air makes it moist. Water vapor is a form of water, a gaseous form of water, and due to presence of water vapor, it becomes moist, and the moisture in the atmosphere is called as the humidity. Due to presence of water vapor, air becomes moist, and this moisture in the air is known as the humidity. For a given volume of air has a specific at a specific temperature, there is a limit on how much water vapor the air can contain. That means according to the temperature, air has a specific capacity to capture the vapor. If the amount exceeds this limit, the excess water vapor converts into water droplets. According to temperature, if the air has excessive amount of water vapor more than its capacity, then excessive water vapor again get converted into water droplets. When the air contains maximum possible water vapor, it is said to be saturated with vapor at that temperature. When at specific temperature contains maximum possible water drop air contains maximum possible water vapor, it is said to be saturated with vapor at that temperature. The amount of vapor needed to saturate the air depends on temperature of the air. If the temperature is low, it will need less vapor to saturate the air. According to temperature, the saturation of air of water vapor is also different. If the temperature is low at that time, it also need less water vapor to saturate the air. You know that in cold season, their temperature is very low. At that time, the water vapor saturation is low. Therefore, we know that water droplets are formed in the early morning or at the on the grass or on the glasses. For example, if temperature of air is 40 degrees Celsius, it can contain 49 gram of water. At 40 degrees Celsius, the saturation of water vapor of the air is 49 grams of water vapor can be saturated per kilogram of dry air without condensation. Condensation means conversion of vapor into water droplets. Without condensation means total saturation of air get captured here. If the amount of vapor exceeds this limit, the additional vapor will condense. If the amount of air, the limit of the air at 40 degrees Celsius is 49 grams of water vapor per kilogram, but if the excessive amount of water vapor is captured there, then the excessive water vapor is again condensed and it converts into water droplets. However, if the temperature of air is 20 degrees Celsius, it can contain only 14.7 grams of water vapor per kilogram of dry air without condensing. Here we studied that the temperature is low, then vapor saturation also low. Here at 40 degrees Celsius it will be 49 grams of water per kilogram, but at 20 degrees Celsius it will be 14.7 grams per kilogram. Means saturation is different at different temperature. If the vapor content in air is less than the maximum limit, then air is said to be unsaturated, and when the vapor amount in the air is less than its capacity, then the air is known as the unsaturated air. Suppose unsaturated air at a certain temperature is taken and its temperature is decreased, a temperature is reached at which the air becomes saturated with vapor. Means if this air is unsaturated, then we should decrease the temperature of air, and at certain temperature it gets its saturation, then saturated with vapor. This temperature is called as the dew point of temperature or dew point temperature. Means the lower temperature at which the unsaturated air becomes saturated, that temperature is known as the dew point temperature. The vapor content in the air is measured using a physical quantity called as the absolute humidity. The vapor content of air can be measured with the help of the physical quantity known as the absolute humidity. The mass of vapor present in a unit volume of air is called as the absolute humidity. If the volume of air is unit volume, and at that time the mass of vapor that present in that unit volume of air is called as the absolute humidity. Generally, absolute humidity is measured in kilogram per meter cube. The feeling of humid or dry nature of air not only depends on the amount of vapor in the air, but it also depends on how close that amount is for making the air saturated with vapor. It means that it depends on temperature of air also. The ratio of actual mass of vapor contains in the air for a given volume and temperature to that required to make the air saturated with vapor at that temperature is called as the relative humidity. Relative humidity is another new concept. It is the ratio of the actual mass of the vapor contained in the air for a given volume and temperature to that required to make the air saturated with vapor at that temperature is called the relative humidity. And percentage relative humidity, it will be actual mass of the water vapor contained in the air in a given volume and the ratio with mass of the vapor needed to make the air saturated in that volume into 100. By this formula we can calculate the percentage of relative humidity. The relative humidity at a dew point is 100%. Dew point means the lowest temperature at which the unsaturated air becomes saturated, and at that dew point relative humidity will be 100%. We know that humidity means the moisture in the atmosphere, and relative humidity is the ratio given here, and at dew point the air is totally saturated, therefore dew point relative humidity will be 100%. If the relative humidity is more than 60%, we feel that air is humid. If the relative humidity is less than 60%, we feel that air is dry. Means on the amount of relative humidity we can find the state of the air. During winter season, you may have observed a white trail at the back of a flying plane in the clear sky. As the plane flies, the vapor released by the aeroplane engine condenses and forms clouds. During the winter season, the temperature is very low, and at that point, when the plane is flying, the white trail coming back from it, get condensed and forms clouds from it. If the surrounding air is having more relative humidity, it takes a long time for a white trail formed by condensation of the vapor to disappear. If the relative humidity of the surrounding air is less, either the size of the white trail may be small or it may not get formed. In this way, on the amount of relative humidity, we find different phenomena in the nature. Here they have given us two activities. One is to take a bottle of cold water out from the refrigerator and keep it outside for a while and observe the outer surface of the bottle. You have observed this in your home also. We find small droplets on the surface of the water after some time when it is drawn out from the freezer. And next experiment, drops of water can be observed on the outer surface of bottle. And same phenomenon can be observed in the nature in the winter season. We observe the leaves of plants or grass or window glass of a vehicle in the early mornings. We see water droplets collected on the surface. Same phenomenon is observed here. Here water due to change in the temperature, there is condensation process and water vapor get converted into small droplets and they are observed on the surface of that objects. Through these two observations, we sense the presence of water vapor in the atmosphere. When air cools due to decrease in temperature, it becomes saturated with water vapor. As a result, the excess water vapor gets converted into tiny droplets and the dew point temperature is decided by the amount of vapor in the air. Today here we will study about the two different points, that is the dew point and humidity. We know that humidity means the moisture in the atmosphere is called as the humidity, and dew point temperature means when unsaturated air at a certain temperature is taken and its temperature is decreased, the temperature is reached at which the air becomes saturated with vapor. that temperature is called as the dew point temperature. And then we study what is meant by the relative humidity. Relative humidity means the ratio of actual mass of the vapor content in the air for a given volume and temperature to that required to make the air saturated with vapor at that temperature is called the relative humidity. And by taking the percentage relative humidity, we can find the state of the air. If at dew point relative humidity will be 100%, and if relative humidity is above the 60%, we feel air is humid, and if it is less than 100%, 60%, it will be dry. And during the winter season, we find condensation process because the excessive water vapor is in the air but temperature is low. Therefore, due to condensation, we find small droplets on the grass or on the other objects in the air. Today we study about these points. You have to read the chapter I have taught today and write the definitions of humidity, dew point temperature, and relative humidity, and all these three definitions and the formula of percentage relative humidity in your notebook and revise it. Here we will stop today. Thank you.